and welcome back to Idjit's Thoughts on Podcast on the 5th day of the Dog Days of Podcasting 2024. I'm Paul Mackey. Today was pretty much just another work day, and I'm getting this released between the ordinary work day and Trivia Night at Duluth Cider. Trivia Night was something we started at some point last fall, I think, definitely after Dog Days was over. That first night, Darcy and I were going just randomly, and we happened to run into our friend who moved up from Colorado a few years back and her neighbors, so we all teamed up, and we've been making a pretty good go of it. We won last Monday, even getting the best of a tiebreaker for the top spot. We haven't had the greatest luck with tiebreakers overall. So, assuming my energy holds, I'll be heading over there this evening. I know many folks are doing Meta Monday today, but my plan doesn't really leave much room. Besides, I've kind of been participating in Cross Dog Days interplay all along. So, now I'll be going into Gravity Falls Season 1, Episode 17, Boyz Crazy, originally aired April 19th, 2013. A brief summary. After not scoring tickets to see several times their favorite boy band, Mabel and her friends sneak backstage and discover a terrible secret. The band is actually made up of enslaved clones trapped by their nefarious manager Ergman Brotzman, and they are forced to perform knowing they are ultimately replaceable. There are a series of tanks growing several additional generations. The girls help the band escape and hide them in the Mystery Shack. Meanwhile, when Dipper sees Wendy begin to separate from Robbie, he sees his chance. That chance is dashed when Robbie sings a love song that appears to hypnotize Wendy into continuing to date Robbie. Dipper and Stan try to figure out the secret to Robbie's potential trance music. I mean, not trance-style music. Yeah, Anyways, Mabel and friends are enjoying having several times as their own friends, braiding hair, teaching them how to drink from actual glassware instead of a hamster bottle, and long hugs, though those may be mostly for Mabel. Dipper and Stan discover the hidden hypnotic message is backmasked on Robbie's song, and they rush off to Lookout Point to rescue Wendy. Brotzman is arrested, and the band should now be able to live free. Mabel has other ideas, and she fights Candy and Grenda as they try to free the band from their boy crazy friend. Grenda tells the band the truth, but Mabel has them under control, and she orders the band to kick out her friends. Robbie has Wendy alone in his van at Lookout Point when Dipper and Stan arrive. Dipper is ready to play Wendy the truth of Robbie's song. Meanwhile, several times sings Mabel a song of their own, about how they can never be free, and Mabel takes care of them. She realizes it's true, and she has to let them go. Dipper plays Robbie's backmasked song, and he claims he didn't know that was there, that he'd taken the song from another band. Wendy storms off because Robbie lied about writing the song for her. When Dipper tries to turn the situation into a date for him, she can't believe he'd try to turn things for himself, and she leaves. Mabel sets the band free, though later one of them does try rooting through Stan's trash. My favorite line...
Stocking meat for the apocalypse, doodle-doo, we're all gonna die.
Is that okay? That favorite line. It's a kid's show with an apocalypse where we're all gonna die. Who is? I'll point out that the several times band members were performed at times by previously profiled series creator Alex Hirsch, Bermondo, Matt Chapman, and notably the singing voice of NSYNC's Lance Bass. Today we'll look at Ken Hudson Campbell, who played Ergman Brotzman in the episode. Ken Campbell was born in Elmhurst, Illinois in 1962 and began training at the Second City in 1983. With Second City, he was also in the National Touring Company and part of the resident company at the Northwest location before moving to California. He played Santa on Home Alone and asked Bill Murray if it would be an early spring in Groundhog Day, before playing the part of Animal, Herman's Lust, in the Fox series Herman's Head. He's also appeared in film over the years in Armageddon, Coyote Ugly, Dr. Dolittle 2, and Bewitched. On television, he's also been seen in Seinfeld, Caroline in the City, The Practice, and Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's also performed voice roles on Jim Henson's Dinosaurs, Duckman, Ah, Real Monsters, Life with Louie, and God, the Devil, and Bob. His most recent work was as Boomer in the Paramount Plus series Adventures in Wonder Park, which reprises his role as Boomer from the 2019 animated film Wonder Park. So what worked? I liked that it was a simple A-plot and B-plot story this time, and all the wacky antics of the formerly caged boy band were fun to watch. I also liked that it potentially made a change in the Dipper-Wendy-Robbie triangle, though we'll have to see if that carries forward. What didn't work? I didn't really find much to complain about this time, and I thought maybe I caught wind of some kind of continuable plot thread, which I'll mention now in my Things to Ponder. Stan is stocking shelves with brown meat prepper style while singing about the apocalypse. That could be a throwaway, other than later on Stan also tells Robbie the apocalypse is coming soon. Is it? Is there an apocalypse coming to this cartoon show? Next time, Gravity Falls, Season 1, Episode 18, Land Before Swine. Is this a Waddles-centric episode? Happy hunting! You've been listening to the One Idjit's Thoughts On podcast, produced by Paul Mackey in association with Nimlas Studios. Any short clips of audio from shows is included under fair use for commentary purposes, and copyright for that content remains with its original copyright holders. The theme song is Too Good by Jack Mangan and is used by his generous permission. One Idjit's Thoughts is produced under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 4.0 International License. You can find more episodes of this podcast and many other fine podcasts at nimlas.org. You can contact me by emailing idjitcastpodcast@gmail.com or commenting on episodes at nimlas.org. Hey, they did that in Strange Brew. Well, that was a floppy disk, but still.